What's going on in this video? I want to talk about Bitcoin, market analysis, bear markets, bull markets, the opportunities that we have right now, okay? And what I think Bitcoin is going to do in the short term. So, this video is going to be different if you've watched my channel. This is not DGen, this is not DeFi, this is not passive income. This is a mid to long term strategy to potentially 10 to 100x your portfolio, okay? This is where the big money's made, okay? So I believe in short-term trading. I believe in passive income streams, printing daily. And I also believe in building my long-term portfolio and getting in and out of the market at strategic points, right? So first and foremost, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, yada, yada, yada. Do your own research. So check this out. This here is the profit and loss unrealized chart, the NUPL, right? If we look at prior bull markets and bear markets, we will see that back here in 2010, right? Bitcoin hit blue, 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 all right? Blue, 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 all right? So these are the three bull runs here. If we scroll down, you'll see that blue is euphoria, greed. Green is belief and denial. This brownish color is optimism, anxiety. Red is hope and fear. And pink is capitulation or a sell-off. So this white line is the price of Bitcoin, okay? So as we look at this white line, we see right here, Bitcoin was at $18.65. Then if we go right here to the tip, we're going to see it was $29.64. So at the top of the blue, it was $29.64, okay? If we go back over here, it was around 90 cents. And then over here, it was around 29 cents, okay? So when euphoria hit in, this was a period of about 8 months or so, right? It hit 3 times. If you would have cashed out at the first peak where euphoria hit, you would have missed another 100x, right? Then there was a sell-off, and this white is the price. It went from here all the way down to here, okay? Then the same thing happened again. It pumped. It broke right here around 141. Then it broke again around 719. Why am I sharing this with you? Because it is important to know when to get in and when to get out. The way that the market flows is fiat or US dollars or whatever your native government currency is, usually goes into Bitcoin first. Bitcoin pumps. Then after Bitcoin season, altcoin season follows. If you know these things and these trends and this data, you can capitalize massively on the markets. After Bitcoin pumps, smart money typically cashes out at the top because they know how to read these analytics. Then they get into big cap altcoins, okay, which is like $10 billion and up, right? It's around the top 9 altcoins right now, but we are in a bear market, so all the numbers are low. Then after large cap altcoins, there's mid cap altcoins, right? So that's like 10 billion down to 250 million. Then from 250 million down to 50 million are small cap altcoins, and 50 million and lower are micro cap altcoins. Micro cap altcoins are higher risk, but they have higher potential for reward because the market cap is not so big. They haven't popped yet, okay? So with micro caps, you're looking at a potential 100 to 1000x even plus, okay? With the large cap altcoins, you're looking at like, roughly 10x, 5 to 10x. Now, if we look at the psychology of a market, we'll see here, there's smart money, there's institutional investors, and then there's the public, okay? So smart money is people that know what's going on, right? So we'll see here, there's the stealth phase. This is when the markets are very low, and then you'll see an initial takeoff, right? So this is an indicator that things are going bullish. Then you'll see institutional investors begin to get in around this point right here, okay? Now, from here, you'll see a sell-off because some people will have made money by now, 2x, 3x, 5x, and they'll sell off, and then this is a bear trap, right? People are going to think, oh, it's going into a bear market. This is the top, and there's a bear trap because why? Because it pumps. The media gets involved, then it really starts to pump. Enthusiasm, hopium, emotion, public. Everybody thinks we're going to be millionaires. We're going to be on yachts. We're going to be buying islands, driving Lambos, probably billionaires. Then greed sets in, right? And everybody starts taking out loans, over leveraging trades, all this stuff. Then delusion sets in, okay? Where they think this thing is going to go forever. It's never going to stop. Then what happens? You hit the top. Then boom, it starts to go down. Now people are in denial. They're saying, oh, this is just a correction. It's going to keep going. It's never going to stop going. But they're wrong, because guess what? It goes down. Now you have a bull trap, because they still think they're in a bull market. Yet what happens? It calms down a little bit. They're like, yep, we're still going to go up. And then what happens? A massive sell-off, capitulation, right? And then you got hopelessness, despair, return to the mean. So you got the stealth phase, the awareness phase, the mania phase, and the blow off phase. Okay. Now, if we look at this chart, we're going to see, right? These are some numbers. In March 2012, Bitcoin was $4. If we go back to 2010, Bitcoin was like 10 cents. Okay. So you can do the math on that. I mean, let's look at here just for fun. Let's go to the all-time high of Bitcoin, which was right under 69,000, divided by 10 cents equals a 690,000x. So say you had invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2010, you would have had $69 million at the top of the market last year. Now that I got your attention, you may want to pay attention. So in 2012, March, the 5th of March, we were at $4 Bitcoin. So what happened? Well, bull market for 20 months. And these numbers, they're close. They're not to the T, right? This was just a quick draw up for me to explain some things. So you got 20 months of a bull market. And what happened? Bitcoin pumped from $4 to $11.75. Let's do the math on that. $11.75 divided by $4 equals 293x. So 1,000 would have became 293,000. Obviously, if you got it at the bottom and you got it at the top. Then we went into a bear market for 14 months, went down to $167. Those that did not take profit at the top did not understand the market trends and the data analysis. But you got to realize back then you didn't have data analysis, right? All these things are new now. So we have an advantage over them because we can look back at historical data to make wise decisions now. So from here, we were down to 167. And then, for 2 years and 11 months, it went from 167 up to 19.7. So we'll say 20K. So you can do the math on that. Now, it's not as big of a return, but it's still a pretty good return. We'll just say 20,000 divided by 167. What's that? 120x. Not bad, right? Not too bad. 120x in right under 3 years. Now we go from 20K down to 3K. So guess what? People got wrecked again because they didn't sell, because they don't learn how to really invest. Smart money gets in, they get out at the right time. Retail investors a lot of the time get wrecked because they listen to the wrong people and they don't understand the fundamentals of cryptocurrency. So now we were at 3,200. 6 months later, we were at 14K. That was a nice pump. Went from 14K down to 4K, right? People got wrecked again because they didn't sell. Here we are, 4K to 65K in the period of 11 to 17 months, depending on how you look at it. I look at it at 11 months. It hit here. Yeah, there was a big correction. It peaked again, but very briefly. But you could say since November, so we're in what, 10 months now? It was at 69K, and we've been in 10 months of a bear market. We're down to about 19,000 now, which is roughly like a 75% decrease. Typically, we would see 80 to 85%. I personally think that Bitcoin is likely to go to around 14,000 within the next month or by the end of October, so about 40 days. That could not happen. That's what I think is likely to happen. I think it's likely to go to 14K. In all reality, it could break below 14K. It could go to 12, could go to 10, it could even go to 7. We are in a global economic situation that we have never been in before. If you look at the macroeconomics and you understand the Federal Reserve Bank, how it prints money, the central banking system, their fractional reserve banking, you understand the governance that is coming into play, the regulation, the world affairs, the wars, the markets, the dollar hyperinflating. We have never been, it's like a perfect storm that we're in right now. So I want to make this video because if you understand these things, and you take the right action now, I mean, like right now, you can see 100x returns in the next 1 to 2 years. I'll say 2 years, give or take, right? And you could see bigger returns, right? So I just want to share that with you. This is a prime time opportunity to invest in cryptocurrency, tokens with utility, blockchain ecosystem infrastructures, tokens that are down 90% right now that are going to hit all-time highs in the next bull run. I don't think we're as low as we're going to go. I really, really, really don't. In prior bear markets, we have seen another 50% drop after consolidation right here multiple times. That's why I say I could even see this going to 10. But the thing is this, dollar cost averaging is smart because at the end of the day, in my opinion, nobody's going to regret buying Bitcoin even for 19.5 right now in 2 years when it's over $100,000. I mean, that's an easy 5x. I think it could go definitely higher than that. 69K is the previous all-time high. I think we're probably looking at a 100K to a 300K, and that's a rough estimate. Really, there's no telling what Bitcoin can do, and not only that, but the other altcoins as well. So, with that being said, I would definitely research. I would look into these things. I'm actually making a course right now explaining a lot of these, explaining pretty much everything I've learned in less, I guess, right under a year and a half of investing in cryptocurrency, from knowing absolutely nothing about crypto to doing pretty well, I would say. I don't like throwing numbers out there, but I'm doing pretty well. Have a great streams of passive income coming in, making six figures a year passive income, have a portfolio that I'm building that I'm looking to 10 to 100x plus on this next bull run. So I see in the DeFi space, there's a lot of people that are overlooking this opportunity and they're banking on the short term, the degen plays now. They're throwing their money into projects. A lot of them are rug pulls and scams. They're losing a lot of money, where if they had some patience and they did some research and they invested in themselves and their education, they would realize that they could easily 10x their portfolio in a rather short amount of time, in my opinion. And that's like, I would say that's not hard. It's not hard to 10x your portfolio, getting in a bear market, the bottom, and riding to the top. I would say 100x is doable by people that will actually invest and learn that. So, anyways, I'm working on my course because for me personally, learning so much in the last year and a half, I asked myself, what's the absolute best value that I could share and give to people? And it would simply be compacting everything I have learned, from losses to wins to my specific investments. Not all of them are crypto. I don't share everything on YouTube. There's going to be things that I've never shared. So I'm going to be putting all this in my course. I'm working on it now. I already have 4 hours of videos recorded. It should be done within a month. It is for people that know absolutely nothing about cryptocurrency, to intermediate investors, to even millionaire investors that are doing very, very well. No matter where you're at, I do believe it's going to teach you things that are extremely important. And that's just my honest, unbiased opinion. So, anyways, if you get value out of this video, do me a favor. It helps the algorithm. Like the video, comment on the video. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think are potential 10x to 100x bangers. Tell me if you're building your portfolio, how low do you think Bitcoin is going to go? And give me some feedback and tell me what you think about me actually compacting all of everything that I know in a very palatable form, and I talk about the Federal Reserve Bank. I talk about the new banking system. I talk about 10 to 100x strategies from the bear to the bull. I talk about DeFi printers. I talk about getting in early on projects. I talk about developers and marketers being scam artists, some of them, and the game being rigged. I talk about a lot of things, and I have insight that some people don't because I am an influencer and I see a lot of what goes on behind the scenes. So just tell me what you think. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. And I just want to tell you, whatever you do, invest time. Information is the most valuable commodity. Right now, if you invest time and you diligently research, you can use YouTube and other forms, Google and all that. Get the knowledge that you need and invest wisely to the best of your ability. Because if you do so now, 1 to 2 to 3 years from now to 5 years from now, you can be in an entirely different place. All right. So that's what I desire, to help anybody as much as possible by any means. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, be blessed. And comment if you're interested. I'll be selling my course. I'm not giving my course away for free. It's not going to be some free kind of course. But let me know what you think. I'm looking for honest feedback. I already have a list of over 100 people that are interested, and that's not from YouTube. So just throwing it out there. I'm going to be running ads. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it because I just see a lot of hype, a lot of emotionalism, a lot of influencers just profiting off of people. And I really want to give people something that is real, that is tangible, that I mean, in comparison to the potential returns, and it will be proven over time. And it's working for me now, what I'm doing. The investment will be absolutely nothing compared to what the potential return on investment is. So I'll see you in the next one. As always, be blessed.